Sonic, software planning.
A fierce battle with Dark Dragon ensued when the Runefaust army invaded. With the heroics of Max and the Shining Force, Dark Dragon was defeated. The victors returned to their normal lives, vowing for renewed peace. Some disappeared, some left for further adventure, and some returned to their homes and families. And Anne-Ree returned to her kingdom as the Queen of Guardiana. With help from Ken, Luke, and Lo, they rebuilt the kingdom from the ashes of the Runefaust invasion. The story begins 20 years after.
Hello everyone, my name is Fuzzy J, and welcome to Shining Force CD. The combination of two Sega Game Gear games shoved together, given a little bit of a graphic and sound update, and ported onto the Sega CD. So here we are to start the adventure. We are going to delete whatever data is here, because that was just my test to make sure I had game was working and I could, actually function. So here we are. Here we go. Oh, are we into the game? Nope. Oh, you're finding the book for me to tell the tale of No Name Nick. All right. It's just as good as the first game's protagonist, Max, so I'll take it. We'll play on normal. Sure, why not? Yes, let us enjoy the story together. Oh, okay, so we're in Gardania. Or Gardania, whatever, one of the two, depending on how they decide to spell it at the time. We got some messages from CYPRESS. Alright. Oh, pretty sure that's supposed to be Lo, the healer from the original Shining Force. That's problematic. I don't think that guy's gonna be our friend. Just a thought. Mostly because he's casting Bolt 3 inside a different nation's capital castle, killing 3 men. Who we got here? Ah, Ken. Nice. He opted for blue in his old age. I like it. Alright, so we have Dantum and Farbell. He's like a cat wolf person, so he's kind of like Zio, I guess, from the original. Ken can't be... Well, I guess it really depends on how old, like, we were kids, like teenagers in the original Shining Force, so 20 years later, you know, somewhere in their 30s. I don't know if that's old man cat. Ooh, she's kind of creepy looking. Okay, so apparently we're wimps and we'll be groveling. Fantastic. I like her new sprite, I like that. It's a good portrait. Oh, and we got a little bit of talking going on in the portraits. That's a nice touch. Alright. Waldo, a lord of CYPRESS. Our King Edmund the Reluctant sends this, a token of friendship. As Henri opens the small jeweled box, a black fog engulfed her. Great! Send for a healer? You're the healer! Did you forget how magic works? Mere healer will not save your queen. An eternal sleep, that implies she's dead. Oh, but King Edmund can awaken her. Okay. As long as we obey you, she'll live. And teleport away. Damn it, why don't I have teleport? I mean, I guess I do. The aggress spell's kind of like teleport. Anyway, those were the worlds Waldo disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Gardenia sent its best warriors to CYPRESS to kill Edmund and save their beloved queen. The army sailed away and was not seen again. Ooh. That can't be good. A month? Is that a long time? Is CYPRESS that far away? Or that close? I haven't heard any... Oh, okay, they haven't heard anything. They were our best and bravest warriors. If they've lost, Gardenia is lost too. That's dire. You will have to obey the barbarians, Ken. Oh, we got somebody new. Wait. So, we've decided to go after the Lost Warriors. Is that you, Roos? The son of Lug. So, every time we see Lug, or I say Lug, or somebody says Lug, they mean Luke. Luke, the fighter from the first game. They said Luke's name in the opening cutscene, but the subtitles were Lug. I don't know why they've changed that. I'm not sure if it was a translation issue or if that was the name in Japanese and they just decided to not translate that particular name. I'm not sure. And what do you mean by we? Bruce whistles. Okay, and we got people coming out of the walls. Alright, Ken, hey look, introductions. It's glad that you're surprised by this. We have Shade. How is your father, Hans? Oh, okay, so she's the daughter of one of our beginning archer from Shining Force. He's fine, he wanted me to come because you all need an archer. Fair enough, archers are useful. Who's that big monk? He looks a lot like Old Gong. Gong's my uncle. He told me of your bravery. He taught me everything I know. My name is Sig. Alright. And here's Wendy. Wait, wasn't Wendy the name of the mage in the first game? Where's my instruction book? It has to be a different Wendy. They play fast and loose with names in the Shining series. Things get repeated and reused, and it can get very confusing. You don't think I missed out on this adventure, did you? Wendy comes from a long line of wizards. It is said she was the top of her class at mage school. So yeah, she just must be another mage called Wendy. Alright. An Apis? Apis? Apis. One of those two. My son, you are not going. It's much too dangerous. Please, father, you know I can handle a sword. And the queen needs us. But you can't handle a sword. You use spears and lances. You literally can't equip a sword. Whatever. It's fine. You're a centaur. I'll let it go. And you want to save Luke. I'm just gonna replace Lug with Luke whenever I remember. And you want to save Luke, your father, right? Alright, I won't stop you. Roos, who is the stranger you've brought with you? There's nobody else here. Ken, I'm honored to introduce our leader. He's not from Gardania, but he helped us plan our adventure. Okay. Something about your eyes. You remind me of my old friend Max. Interesting. No, those days are behind you now. We are the new Shining Force. We need like a lightning strike in the back for dramatic effect. And Nick will guide our way. We are ready to follow him to CYPRESS. With your consent, of course. Lou steps in. They're old enough. They are our last hope. And he's decided to come with us to help save the queen. Awesome. So Nick and the Shining Force sailed for CYPRESS. They didn't know the danger lay in wait for them just beyond the horizon. So every once in a while you may see a little bit of video distortion at the bottom of the screen. You can just ignore that. It's the fact that I'm playing the game actually properly off a SEGA CD, and it seems to just do that whenever it's loading, so shouldn't be too often. 1 week later, on the high seas between Gardania and CYPRESS. Alright. Kicking it on a boat. Oh, not much of an adventure so far, eh, Apis? It's pretty quiet, alright. Hey, where'd that glowing ball of light come from? Or glowing ball come from? I guess it implies it's made out of light because it's glowing. Yeah, that's pretty disconcerting. Are you a fairy that's gonna help us and give us magical powers? You're not a fairy. So this is the great Shining Force that will save Gardania. Won't Waldo be scared when I tell him? Why, you're just a bunch of kids. So I guess he decided, wait a minute, I can probably take these kids out. Don't underestimate them, wizard. It may be the last mistake you ever make. How do you know? You haven't seen you don't even know if any of these people can fight. Like, maybe you might know that Ken's kid can fight? That's probably about it. And I guess it's probably a pretty safe assumption that Bruce can fight, because he would have been trained. Okay, so if you have never played a Shining Force game, this is pretty standard map. We have a grid-based movement. Have enemies coming from all sides, more or less, in this situation. Wow, this is pretty high level, pretty strong monsters for beginning of the game. Where are the goblins and dark dwarves? Damn. These are like level 5 or 6 creatures at least. Wait, am I level 1? Yeah, I'm level... Oh, we are pimped. Alright, we got gear. We got a knight with a power spear, and everybody's got protect rings on. Power stick for the mage, power glove for... Okay. Steel arrow. Okay, so we got huge attack and defense. Like, the protect ring I think adds 5 to everybody's defense, so that's like half most of these people's defenses is coming from equipment. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. And so we need to be a little cautious because based on these things' attack ratings, melee attacks won't be a big concern for us. Yeah, his might do a couple damage, but I think if formulas have stayed the same from what I remember from Shining Force and Shining Force 2, we'll probably only take 1 or 2 damage with a melee attack from these things, but Blaze will still do... Blaze 1 is probably 6 or 7 damage, and Blaze 2 is probably 7 to 9 damage in a cross-shape pattern, so need to be careful with some stuff. Let's go down here. I'll send you out this way, send Wendy here, and Shade over here. Okay, good. You did not use Blaze. Oh no, he took 3 damage from that. Okay, I was overestimating our defensive capabilities. Seven from Blaze. Okay, that's not bad. Magic isn't a set number, it has a small variance. Oh, well, he only did 1. Oh, right. Huge bats can make people fall asleep. And that's annoying. Because the only way to wake them up is to let a couple turns. It could be anywhere from, like, I think 1 to 4, 1 to 5 turns they could be asleep for. 26 experience points. Pretty good. Alright. Let's see how much damage I can do to the you. Oh, I can kill you. Yay, power spear. 49 and 90 gold. Nice. Alright, monk. Do you punch? No, you get a stick. Oh, cool. Oh, I actually really like the sprite for the monk. It's a big improvement over Gong in the first game. That was also a monk. He just kind of looked a little, I don't know. I just didn't like it. And from my understanding in this, they've made a pretty big improvement to the monk class in general. It was not the best in the original Shining Force. He started out pretty good, but he didn't scale with the rest of the force very well. So it was a pretty big chore to keep him leveled up and useful. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. because... Oh, half my health. Damn. It's just like any other Shining game. Your hero goes down, it's game over. Start again. And lose half your gold. We're gonna heal, which is the big benefit to the monk. They decent attack, okay defense, but have pre-spells, so always good, always good. Let's do this. Get rid of this thing, because I don't want to cast another spell. 11 damage. Damn. Alright. Alright, we're kind of getting swarmed here. We need to tidy this up and not constantly fall asleep. That would be super. That's kind of weird. I guess go after the healer. Makes sense. Let's just burn some more stuff, because that's what mages do, I assume. Let's take out this incubus. Yeah. Sweet. Not a very dramatic attack, but we'll take it. That's a pretty good sprite. I like his shield. It reminds me of something else, though. Can't place it. Alright, another damage. I wonder if there's counterattacks in this game, like in Shining Force 2. What's my last spell? Nope, I got 4 in me from level 1. That's pretty good. Gain 49. Sweet. Yeah, these things definitely give a lot of experience. Oh, dodge. Alright. Bound to happen. Well, it's not quite as goofy as Hero from Shining Force 2's pre-promotion attack animation, so I'll take it. And this should kill it. Yeah. Good stuff. Go Shade. Attack 2, or... Okay. Yeah, that was pretty good level up. I'm not sure if they've kind of if this has been a bit stabilized from Shining Force 1 or not. The Shining Force 1, you could have some really bad level ups, like, oh, I just didn't gain stats this round. Great. Kind of things. Shining Force 2 fixed a good chunk of that, where you'd always get some. Might not have been a good level up, but it's usually not nothing. That's just RNG for you. So you can use rings. Most rings have a use. The protect rings, I believe, I should have been doing this earlier, will give me a defense boost. Quickness by 1, defense by 3. Quickness by 2, yep. I think it's a percentage of your current stats. So. I want to be spread out a bit so that guy doesn't come in at me too hard. Alright, not bad. I'll take the 1. Oh, that's what I should see. Are we running by Shining Force 1 or Shining Force 2 experience tree? We are Shining Force 1 experience tree, which means, or Shining Force 2 experience. In Shining Force 1, when you hit a level, whether if you had 99 experience and you got 50, you went to 0. When you leveled up, it stopped, and the rest was lost. So you had to really pick and choose who attacked and who killed enemies to max out your experience. So luckily, this is the rollover experience, so you don't have to be quite as cautious. You don't end up wasting experience. Oh, Wendy leveled up. Pretty good. One of everything and 2 MP, I believe. Yep. Nice. Let's use a herb so he doesn't get killed. Cool. Always. The AI is basically, if there's a healer or the hero around, they're going to attack that, unless it can multi-target a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, he ran away. Interesting. No, we'll give this experience. No, we'll let you attack and do a little bit of damage. 4. Oh, that's actually pretty good. We'll let the centaur. There we go. 13. Wow, that would have been a one-hit kill. 50 XP. Sweet. 1 attack, 2 defense. Nice. 1 quickness. Awesome. Blue spell wore off. That's okay. Alright, this looks like a good time for a break. Next time on Shining Force CD, we will take out this mage and hopefully we'll reach CYPRESS safe and sound and continue on looking for the rest of the Gardanian army. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.